Morning, everyone. What we got in here? Martin, I don't know if you're here or you just posted yesterday when I put this up. Havoc, Captain, Down Under Maker. How's it going, y'all? Tired? Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, sorting and organizing can be a pain. I find it best to pick a thing up, move it to where it's going to go in the end. Be that somewhere in the house, current office, or the new shop. Go back and pick up a second thing. Organize it into place. Birthdays. Happy birthday to the little Down Under Maker. I've been printing parts for the upcoming NG build. It's very odd that the way the fan works on this thing. Front of that's covered. I wonder how that does for airflow. Anyway, so news on the NG build. It's probably going to be streamed on November 20th. I know that's about a month out from now. A little more than a month out. But here's the deal. We are still a little shy on our watch time. I'm hoping that by then we will have hit the watch time and gotten all that stuff sorted out. The stream's going to be start to finish, starting the build all the way to pushing plastic. Plan is finish a benchy. It takes a little bit of time to coordinate. I've reached out to the friends that I have, and there should be some pretty cool giveaways. What all it is, I don't know yet, but I've reached out to all of them, so that there should be some giveaways during the stream. And then Mike plans on coming and traveling down to help with the build. Mike as in, oh no, it's Mike, who donated the printer and the NG kit for this build. So shout out to them. These are the parts we've got so far. Let's see. Yeah. That looks pretty cool. It's that Polymaker neon magenta, so it's UV reactive filament. It does not seem that we will be having the frame and bed from DLL PDF. Reached back out to them, they replied, and then nothing. So I know they're extremely busy folks, and that is fantastic. I'm glad to hear they're doing well, but it definitely seems like not a priority here. Oh, nice. I would like one of those EBB Gen 2s. The H36 toolhead board keeps disconnecting and giving funky errors now. It'll disconnect, it'll like not transfer the beacon information through. The I'm sorry, I was busy during part of your stream and I may have missed it, but does the Gen 2 stuff have pass-through for USB on it? So I can plug my beacon into it? So this morning, I'm gonna push print on this, and this is gonna take like a while to get heated up to do this print. Brad, how's it going? Yeah. That's the same with the H36. It's got 2 pass-through ports on it, but it just depends on which mode you're in. They are either USB or they are CAN bus. I also lost another print last night for the SB2040 board disconnecting on the switch wire. So lost this print. Just MCU disconnector. I love that board. I love it so much. Seems to do fine if I'm printing with the door open. I'm printing PLA or whatnot, but the second you close that door, it struggles. I know Phil insists that it's not because of the RP2040 on the board getting too hot, but evidence suggests otherwise. So this morning, we are going to try to get this NightOwl installed. Working on getting printers printing. No, the SB2040 that I'm talking about is the mellow one. I know Big Tree Tech named their thing the same thing, but the one I'm talking about is the old mellow board from like 3 years ago, something like that. Working on getting printers printing. Seems to be the life of a no, we got something stuck in the hub. Lovely. I'm not dealing with that right now. All right. Raj, how's it going, sir? Good to see you. Yeah, they are getting to be quite the antique now. All right, so yesterday, let's go back over here. I wired up turtleneck buffer. This thing is a little dusty. Got PTFE tubes installed. Got a list of where all the pins on this rabbit burrow board are. It's very oh, wait. We have an issue. This is a V1. This is only USB. Only USB. Fuck. Well, that's a problem. No, this is the Fizek Enraged Rabbit Burrow board. Version 1.0. I had it sitting around forever. Crap, I got something in my eye. Power shut down. Happy, how's it going, sir? Martin, how's it going? Oh, that's pretty good. I like that idea, Brad. Yeah, I got my coffee here too. That's a pretty sweet little wall mount thing you made there, Martin. All right, unplug stuff. So I have this hooked up to the data pins. Going out through this wire. Things get so dusty when you start using a circular saw around them. All right. Now, because I moved this camera in closer, I'm not going to be able to zoom on this. So, let's go over here. I will just talk about this for a couple minutes while I get this undone. All right. here's what we've got. So, wait a minute. Do I have this set up right? Do I? Did I know that and got this right? Wait a minute. All right. Manta M8P V2. Pin out. Yep. It would seem that I got this shit right. Would you fucking believe that shit? I thought I had it hooked up to CAN bus. So this right here, underneath the Polymaker logo that we don't need for this stream, this is the data cables coming back from our, so we're good. Cyberjack, welcome. Curious if I went back and updated the Bowden Y with the new D2HW switch. I definitely didn't. If it was added 2 months ago, I did see that. I don't have any of those switches though, and those things are terribly freaking expensive. So yeah, they're like $10 a piece on Amazon. So it's not like I'm gonna be rushing one here. Yeah. All right, so DP is on the white wire. All right, so is it DP to DP, or is it's DP to DM, isn't it? Like they flip-flop between it. So DP here goes to DM on there, and vice versa. Brad, did you see the rack that I made? It's a modified version of the rep rack. I do need to get a few. Shit, man. How much are these things? D2HW. Yeah. How much are they on DigiKey? D2HW. Which version of the D2HW is it? Do you know offhand? C201H. If I buy 10 of them, I get a discount. The shipping on these things is probably going to be stupid. Five. Add to cart. View cart. No, go to cart. View cart. Go to. Thank you. $20. Hope that's not right. Yeah. We'll get them at some point. The problem I'm facing right now is waiting on paperwork all the doctors didn't want to fill out, wanted to argue and bicker back and forth between themselves on who was going to fill this fucking paperwork out. I'm like, listen, short-term disability insurance company wants you both to fill it out, so both of you have to fill it out. So I've not gotten paid in 3 weeks. I've been living off the same $100 for 3 weeks. So we're going to have to wait until they get shit figured out. At this point, it looks like doesn't look like I'll get anything this week. Next week, hopefully. Anyway. Enough about my irritation with doctors and such. Do I need to crisscross the DP and DM? Does anyone know? I think I do. I appreciate you, Brad, but you do not have to. By the way, your care package is showing up today. Brad donated Z-Hoten for the NG build. This is really turning out to be very much a community printer, which is awesome. I appreciate you guys. Gotta think of something really cool to do with that fact. Gotta think of something cool to do with that. Let's Google it. Do you swap DP and DM connectors? No, you should not swap DP, as they are differential pairs designed to work in a specific order for noise. Okay. So you do not flip-flop. According to Google's AI. Flexi Rexy named Howie. Yeah. That's probably where we're going to end up too. Yeah. All right. The way the sun's coming in, it looks like there's a light on underneath this shelf. So, plug in some power. Can't remember if I've got the Wi-Fi set up on this printer or not. We got lights on the board down here, so that's good. And for some reason, the extruder motors are just turning. Just turning, boy. Interesting. All right. All right, let's see if this is connected. Micron.local. Is that right? Is that right? New window. That's right. All right. So we need an Ethernet cable. Why didn't I leave an Ethernet cable out? Seems like a huge oversight on my part. Now I gotta get up here in this stupid bin and get one. Where's the shit? They're patch cables. That's coax cables. There we go. That looks way too short. There'd be a normal length of Ethernet cable. Put all this crap back up here so I don't have to come back and do it later. All right. Plug that in back there. Plug that in up there. The question is, am I going to have to? No. Looks like it's going to work. Yay. All right. So, here's what we got. Do I even have anything? I think I do. Let's see. Let's bring my chair over. SSH BQ at Micron.local. Yes. All right. Yeah. I've honestly never hooked anything up other than like with a cable, so I just wanted to double check. Looks like I had checked at one point. I don't remember any of it, but it looks like I checked at one point. All right. So copy. Now you paste. All right. You're annoying me. What are you doing over here? Copy. Paste. Jesus. Make menu config. All right. Enable controller. No bootloader. USB serial. Optimize stepper code for step on both edges. What is this? Anybody know? Leave that off. Excellent. Quit. Save. Yes. Make. Push and hold boot select. Push the reset button. Fuck. Optimizes stepper code. Interesting. Let's figure out what that is. All right. Which one's the reset button? Reset. One, two, 1, 2, 3. Don't like the fact that the steppers are just sitting there spinning. They are getting hot. All right, let's see. LS USB. Oh, that's not in boot mode, is it? Try her now. LS USB. Now she's in boot. I don't trust you. You didn't copy last time. Copy. Copy. Boom. Flashing. Good. Let's see. Machine. Adaptive config devices. USB. Refresh. There's our RP2040. There she is, boys. All right. Now, we need to do AFC GitHub. Flipper, Moonraker, mainsail. All right. Let's close out of that. Open it back up again. SSH EQ at Micron local. All right. Oh, we need this. Really touchy about where you click at. All right, so now we're installing stuff for the AFC. Same stuff you're installing for a box turtle. All right. We are going to install a new system. So we need type. NightOwl. Tool cutter, yes. Hub cutter, no. Kick macro. 5. We're not going to be pooping either. Tool head sensor pan. Where's my paper? All right, Cyberjack. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out. It's always good to see a new face. Pre-extruders. A. Is PB6. All right, now we're going to do I install. Quit. Lovely. All right. AFC hardware. Dun, dun. All right. devices. USB, refresh. Copy. Save. This is for an ERB 2.0. I don't know that any of this is right. Pre-extruder. Fuck. Top of the morning to you, LTX. All right, so pre-extruder is GPIO 28. Lane 2 pre-extruder, GPIO 26. Lane 1, GPIO 6. Lane 2, GPIO 4. The hub is GPIO 25. Advance is 23. And this is 22. We've got no NeoPixel. MMU servo. We don't have a servo. We don't have an encoder. Now we need to find the information for hardware config. Step pin. Shit. Okay, gear mode. So selector motor is going to lane 1. Evan, welcome to the stream. Good to see a new person. Killer Prince, how's it going? Why are we disabling some of that stuff? Because we actually have the Enraged Rabbit Burrow board V1, not V2. So we need to correct that stuff. All right. So we need the selector for lane 1. Step pin for lane 1 is 16. That's right. Direction pin 15. That's right. Navel pin 14. That's right. Diag pin 19. End stop 24. Okay. Lane 2 is 11. Wait. You are for lane 2. It's 20. That 10. 9, 8. That's right. This config doesn't have the diag pin. Why doesn't lane 2 have an end stop? We can assume that the diag pin is right. Because it sure as fuck doesn't give us any information for it. All right. Save. Hardware. No. NightOwl config. Serial. Save and restart. All right. Where are we at? Cybertech. Morning. Killer Prince, are you streaming this morning, or is that tomorrow morning? Tomorrow. All right. I saw you had a members only stream going yesterday. All right. Let's grab some pieces of filament and see what happens when I stick them in here. Ooh. All right. So let's see what happens when I stick filament in here. Absolutely nothing, because it does not want to go in there. All right. Interesting. We might need to use smaller diameter. PTFE tube here on the front. Let's see. Mike, how's it going? JPP. Good to see y'all here. I went over this earlier today, but there wasn't many people here, so I want to go over it now. We are oh so close to the monetization threshold, and let's talk about what's going to happen for a second once we hit that threshold. So November 20th, tentatively November 20th, we're going to be doing a stream, marathon stream, start to finish, building a Ender 3 NG. Working on printing parts for it now, The goal is, from the very first screw on that build to finish benchy, all in one stream. As kind of a celebration, we finally got there. I've reached out to a bunch of companies. I've heard back from quite a few. Still waiting to hear back from some others, but you know, it's the weekend and I started sending messages out after business hours. Plus Vice is going on this weekend for some giveaways. So we're going to have some cool giveaways. What all the stuff is, I don't have it all hammered out yet. Still waiting to hear what some folks want to give. Got some things that I do know, but more will be announced on that as we get closer. So we'll have some cool stuff to give away during the stream. Mike, who donated the printer and the kit for the NG, is going to be coming down from Michigan's. Absolutely, you can. Just get a hold of me, or I can send you a message after stream. And he's going to be helping with the build. Open invite to my fellow streamers to pop in during the day. Hopefully it's just one day. Although the NG team doesn't seem to think this is going to be a doable task, but we're going to do it anyway. So you guys are welcome to pop in on a Discord call. You guys, if you're close enough and you feel like traveling and you guys want to come down and hang out for a while during the build, assist during the build. Kill, I know you are a bit far for that sort of thing, but let me know. At this point, because the NG team said that it couldn't be done, now it's got to be done. Address 1 North Pole Lane. Got to work on the white beard for a few months from now. Captain, I'm sorry to hear that, man. I think part of what has helped me on that front is that I have had some, I didn't just reach out to people that I didn't already have some sort of a relationship with. I could have, but I don't think that that would have turned out real well. So, hints for who I may have reached out to is if you've seen stuff where I've worked with other companies in the past, or you've seen me not work with other companies in the past, that'll give you an idea of who I've reached out to. Yeah. So what do I need from you guys to ensure that this happens? We are this close on watch hours. We are also this close on the 1K subs. So share the channel out on social media that you think the people receiving said thing would actually be interested. I'm not asking you to share this out to your family group on Facebook, okay? Grandma Ruth probably doesn't give a crap about 3D printing. But if you're in some groups on different social medias that you think that this is the kind of content that they might be interested in, share a link out. Say, hey, check this guy out. don't have to be obnoxious, don't have to be obtrusive. I try not to be that kind of person. So number 2, if you've got a second monitor, if you've got a TV that sits up in the bedroom doing nothing all day, just grab one of my playlists, put it on, just let it stream when you go to bed, let it stream when you go to work, during the day when you're not in your bedroom, to rack up those watch hours. Like I said, we are this close. From the calculations from yesterday to today for YouTube went up by 46.5 hours. That was the day that Keela Prince actually gave me a shout out on his stream. So appreciate you, brother. 50 hours in a day is pretty good. So to get to the first level where you can get you can get channel memberships and you put your merch and stuff like that out, we're at I need, as of this morning, just over 100 hours. And then, but I did the calculations with the watch time that I've gotten in the days since they've calculated, and I was off by less than 10. To get to the full monetization, I get AdSense, and let's be honest, my stuff doesn't get enough to trigger them even sending me a check for that. So I'm not particularly fussed about that number. We're 1,000 off. Love you, man. Appreciate you. So, yeah, YouTube AdSense, I'm never going to get views enough for that to make any sense. It definitely ain't going to make any dollars, that's for sure. So I'm not so fussed about that one. Yeah, it'll be a cool milestone, and we'll, acknowledge it when it comes about. But it's that first one that us streamers really care about, and small creators. That's the one that makes a difference. Yeah, man. So here's the cool thing. Here's the cool thing about your number. I know my sub number is a little bit larger than yours. And I think that's purely because my channel's been around longer and I was posting a lot of shorts for a while. And shorts get you a crap ton of subs. Like, I would get, a handful of subs for every short that I posted. But they don't translate into viewership on stuff like this. They don't translate into viewers on your streams. They don't translate to viewers on your long form videos. And I think that fact has actually hurt me more than it has helped me. Where you've got subs, but those subs are coming and they're watching your content, you're watching your live streams, and YouTube sees that as a higher percentage of your subscribers actually watch your content versus my subscribers watching my content. So YouTube pushes your stuff out more than YouTube would push mine. And I'm not complaining. I'm just saying don't get down about that number. You're doing great. You're growing fast. You make awesome content. Way better than mine if you're trying to learn anything. Because you at least walk through what you're doing. I'm sitting here doing a whole bunch of stuff and it's like, hey, watch me do this crap. And, but that's not the kind of stream that I want to run. I'm not a how-to guy. I'm just a let's hang out and BS guy. But yeah, you'll get there, and you'll get there fast, man. I think you went from what, 190 at the beginning of the summer to where you are now, and they're like quality viewership. You're getting viewership numbers pretty high. So again, if any of you aren't subscribed to Killer Prince or my buddy Captain or JPP there, go subscribe to all those guys. Happy, I hear that one of your panels arrived yesterday at Jeremy's house. Miss Lee Marie 3D was disappointed that it wasn't a roll of filament. But I'm like, I guarantee you a panel from Happy is way cooler. JPP, Captain, Keela, you got Kill Prince, you guys are all mods. Go ahead and post up links to you guys' YouTubes and stuff like that, because depending on what people are watching on, they may or may not be able to click your name and get to your profile. You caught them all? What are you supposed to do when you're subbed to them all? I tell you what you do. Okay? So, here's a little secret about the YouTube algorithm, right? So, if I put up a video, when I put up a video, I'll try to go back and comment on, like, respond to comments that people have left, even if it's not on that video. Because YouTube sees that interaction with the channel and pushes your new content. So, if you're already subscribed to them, go back, click on one of their videos, leave a comment, even if it's just like, hey, comment for engagement, send it. Hit like on the video. It helps it really does. It helps a lot. So, when a video goes out, there's a few metrics YouTube looks at for whether it continues to promote that and provide impressions. One, how much is the video are people watching that do click on it? How many people are clicking on it? How many people are liking the video? And how much are people interacting with that video? So by liking and commenting, that's why every YouTuber you see asks you to hit like and leave a comment. It's because those two things will help push their content further to new people. So when I first upload a video, it's going to put it out to you guys, the subscribers. And if YouTube sees, oh, his subscribers are watching this and they like this, let's push this out to other people that are watching similar content to what these people are watching. So it's going to see that you guys watch a whole lot of 3D printing stuff. So it's going to go, okay, this person watches a whole bunch of 3D printing stuff. Maybe they're not subscribed to me. Maybe they are subscribed to, you know, Nero and Steve, but they're not subscribed to me. They've never heard of me. Or maybe they're subscribed to, you know, other maker content, like Engineer Emily and stuff like that, like, or Zach Freeman. Like, it's content that's 3D printed related, but not exactly what I do. And it's just going to keep pushing that out further and further and further, and seeing at what point it hits a wall where, okay, now we've got to a point where these people aren't interested, and then it's going to dial that back. And as long as it keeps getting engagement, interaction, like, because the bottom line is YouTube's going to promote what makes YouTube money, right? That's the other thing about that is the thing about that 4,000 hour, 1,000 subscriber threshold, is you get to the point where YouTube's going to start pushing your stuff out a little bit further, all right? It's proven to them that your content is something they can make money on. And if they can make money on it, they're going to push it out because they want to make money. All right, let me catch up. Yes, the 20th. I thought I had sent that to you. I'm sorry. That'll be the Saturday before Thanksgiving, the weekend before Thanksgiving. I don't want to do it the weekend of Thanksgiving, obviously. I think most people are watching football or something on Thanksgiving weekend. And then the following weekend, I go in for my spinal surgery on December 5th. So let's go. You're going to hit your watch hours before you hit your subscriber mark, dude. That's sweet. So for reference, most small creators get the subscribers long before they get the watch hours. Like I hit 500 subscribers, which is what you need for that first level, long before I hit the required watch hours. And you're going to like hit them simultaneously or watch hours a little bit before. That's a really good sign that the people that are subscribed to you are watching your content and liking your content. If you're flip-flopping the normal and you're getting the hard part first, damn, Captain. I still, my offer stands still. If you would like to move forward with that of getting a stock, and we'll come up with something and I'll do custom hand engraving on it. It's going to take me a while, but I'll get it done. It's been a long time since I've done one. That's the Hue Forge guy, right? Just did the Stealth Changer build. Am I right? That's awesome, Mike. Yeah. Clown Hammer, how's it going? What do you mean it's the 22nd or 23rd? What are we talking about? Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. The 20th was an appointment that I entered into the calendar. You're right. So the 22nd, 23rd. I'm making sure my calendar's clear for both days in case it ends up being like a 48-hour stream situation. I really hope it's not. I'm going to go through and see what kind of stuff I can prep and make sure we're ready for that. And all that sort of thing. All right. So, enough about me. Let's get to the thing that you guys actually came here for. Let's see if this NightOwl pulls in filament. She said no. Oh. MCU NightOwl unable to connect. Let's go over here. Monitor and camera. But regardless of what happens, I know that it's going to be fun. It's going to be really awesome to have some prizes to give away to folks. It's going to be fun getting to hang out. Da Vinci, how's it going? Oh. Let's see. Machine printer.cfg. Devices. All right, let's do this. X AFC copy. Save and restart. See if that works this time. Put the stream on break so I can nap for 6 hours. Yeah. All right, we're gonna power this off and do the old turner off, turn it back on again. Pumpkin spice. I was never a huge pumpkin spice person. Oh, we got no errors. We got a temp on the NightOwl. Let's go. Let's see what happens when I stick filament in it this time. Absolutely nothing. Do I have these reversed? Load. I think I have them reversed. All right, so do I need to flip-flop these? Hub detected. That should not be detected. So compressed is working, but expanded is not. And the hub says detected. All right. So let me go over here for a second. $22. $23. Yeah, VR stuff is really cool. Let's see. So this might be on. No, that's not plugged into that. So some of this doesn't make a whole heck of a lot of sense for what's reading and what's not. All right, dashboard. Full start. Nothing's changing on that. All right, now that's working, but expanded is not. Okay, so the one that this green one's plugged into isn't working. Interesting. All right, let's make some notes. Turtleneck green. No good. the hub is not working. Okay, this I think just needs to be reversed. Yep. Okay, so we need to go in and reverse these. 20. This has got to go to 6, and the other one's got to go to 28. 6. 28. Okay. And this has to go to 4. And this has to go to 26. Save and restart. Yeah, if you haven't gone and checked out JPP's video that he posted yesterday, he did an interview with Dan over at West 3D at 3D Printopia in VR. So if you're on the computer, there's a little directional thing up at the top. You click on that, and then you can drag and you can like look around. And I think if you're on the phone, you can just kind of tilt your phone, if I remember correctly, and it'll look in the different directions. I don't think it works on a TV. I think it just puts center on the TV. All right, let's see what this does now. Excellent. So that took my filament. So that means the stepper's turning in the right direction at least. Let's get another piece of filament over here. We'll plug it into... That one's working. Good deal. Oh, let me get you over here to the build. Bearded Printer, how's it going? All right, so you guys can't really see this, but when I put filament in here, it pulls it in now in both lanes. So that's working. Yay to that. Now we just got AFC. Cut status toggle. Lane eject. Lane 1 send. All right. Lane 2 send. Lovely. We have ejected now. This is kind of, bear with me for a second. We're going to flip-flop some things because, yeah. All right. And we can drop stuff down here into my Girari drawers. If you haven't watched the video the other day installing these Girari drawers on this bench, go check it out. Joey from Girari 3D joined us on stream, chatting and talking about all the stuff. So that was lots of fun to have the designer on. All right, now we got to figure this out. So the hub doesn't work. Where'd my pen go? There, what? Hub is no good. And tool head is no good. All right. They're the sensors that we got to figure out. All right. But here's the deal. I've got to run and use the restroom, and I've also got to get some more coffee. So, here, let's do this. Webcam monitor. While I'm gone, you guys can watch the 2.4 with the Blackbird toolhead that we did recently. Crank out some NG parts. Be right back. All right, we are back. Camera doesn't know that, but we are. There we go. They are NG parts. It had an ad pop up on my stream. Oh, it's because technically, I bet you, after yesterday, technically at the watch hours for that first monetization thing, they haven't given me the option of that yet. But I bet you after yesterday, we might have hit it. And thank you. That is cubic, but it's 30%. NG's recommendation was 30%, so that's what we're printing it at. Yeah, YouTube's notifications are up to the 6th, so they're 5 days out. Appreciate you, Havoc. Now, the only thing to watch out for is that sometimes YouTube doesn't like, it's got to be like not on a tab that's closed out. Not closed out, but a second tab in the background. Sometimes it doesn't like that for some reason. So I think you can like have two instances of like your browser open and one in front of the other, but not two separate tabs. Yeah, YouTube's evil. Steven, morning. Steven's got lots of filament over there. Kind of jealous. I'm kind of curious as to why some the few that you got two of. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go back over here to this. We're going to power this down. We're going to get out a multimeter. The old cheapo multimeter. Right, yep. You got two different oranges, two rolls of two different oranges too. KVP orange and then just regular orange. All right. Get our multimeter set up. Put it in continuity mode. Function. Continuity. And we've got the beeps. All right, so it's the green one that says it isn't working. All right, neither one's activated now. Reading. And if I come back over here, that's working. Okay. Maybe the grounds are separated on these. I mean, it's not a huge deal because I've got 4 wires, so I can just hop over on that. Let me get you a good view here. What do we got? So normally you just need one ground. Oh wait, green is the one that's plugged in, so that doesn't make any sense at all. Maybe the pinout's wrong on this? Says it should be 25. No. Says it should be 20. $23. Says it should be 23. And the hub says it should be 25. Is the hub working right? Really hard to tell because this should read. It does. Yeah, the bloody murder actually comes out. So this is bloody murder, the blood orange color. It's a very unique color. It's red or orange or very interesting color. All right. So that, all of them are reading as they should. They're all reading. So worst comes to worst, what we're going to do is there's a bunch of GPIO pins down here that these are all plugged into, and we'll use those. Like this says that there's filament in there right now. Where did my little pieces of filament go? So put a piece of filament in the hub. I can hear it click. but I get nothing. On expanded isn't changing at all, one way or the other. What if I plug this in up here? Hey, what do you know? It's just labeled on 5-6 things wrong, incorrectly. Who would have thunk it? Who would have thought? Okay. Now, expanded is the one that... $22, $3. So we had the hub set as 25, and this one is actually 25. We know this isn't reading anything. That one is reading 22, 3, 4, 5. You would think that that would work. What if we plug it in up here? All right, expand doesn't work. Now, what if I set this to 24? Save and restart. There we go. There are things just all kinds of foobarred. Now I just got to figure out what's up with our tool head. Oh, I need to first things first, you got to fix broken tap, and then get back to work printer. That tool head that you were watching wasn't the Reaper. That's the Blackbird. All right. I'll just put some PTFE tube back into this thing. Which is truly a pain in the butt. We're going to cut this down. So it's chamfered. There we go. Slee 3D, welcome. I didn't go to bed early either. It was well after midnight. It was extremely hard to get up this morning. I originally had my alarm set for 7. Changed it to 7:30 and then laid there hating myself for scheduling the stream at 8:30 until a couple minutes after 8, then finally drug myself out of bed. All right, so there we go. Now, give this the old snip. There we go. Now, we'll filament feed in through here better with this tighter PTFE tube. I'm hoping. Yes. Yes, it will. Good deal. Let's get our tool. Chamfer this a bit. Chamfer this one. Get the top put back on there. We have das NightOwl. This PTFE tube is going to need to get switched out. Kind of like a mini box turtle. So it's a mix between a few different things. So it's got extruders in the bottom set up kind of like a box turtle. But then the rewinders are the filamentless rewinders that you would see on a whatchamacallit, like ERCF set. I think I'm like 99.9% sure that I am correct in saying this. Ski Bike Mike actually originally designed these. All right, there we go. So when the filament gets pulled back through here, it's going to turn with a one-way bearing in there, turn these rollers. And then when it goes forward, it'll let this kind of just drag, which is what I need to kind of adjust the tension on. So you can adjust the tension on these things. There's a little screws to adjust. Uh, the more you tighten it, the less pressure is on that, and the more it'll let it free roll. All right, so got as little tension on that as possible as far as tightening the screw down actually makes these free roll better. So I've got it tightened all the way down. We've got to figure out where our wire is going over here. Okay, so that's going down to there. Saying tool start is detected. I'm wondering if I just have it set for the wrong. It was originally designed for the ERCF. It's used in a bunch of different projects now. Okay. Machine. I think I know why. Printer config. EBB can. Copy. All right. AFC. Tool start. EBBCAN. Save and restart. Dashboard. Tool start. Empty. Now it's detecting. Perfect. Now we just got to switch out this PTFE tube. Yeah, that kinked. All right. Okay. Yeah, the difference between the filamentalist and the box turtle system is box turtle is driven by some little motors, and this is driven by the movement of the filament. I think someone did, Nick. Now, there's also a version of this that'll take a 5 kilogram spool. Just saying. There's one, it's twice as wide, and it swaps for two 5 kilogram spools. And then there's one that you got a 5 kilogram spool and then two 1 kilogram spools. This is all pretty much Heart K, Kyle. Nick, I use one all the time. It's my most reliable filament changer. I'm getting ready to build another one. I think debating whether or not I should put the Enraged Rabbit carrot feeder on the NG or on the switch wire. Probably a switch wire. So here's the thing. The thing is, I'm going to choke to death on my own saliva. Steven, I'm glad. That's what I'm here for, bud. I'm here to give you ideas. Blaster ideas, ERCF ideas. So the deal is the box turtle. A lot of people have built that and have had a lot of problems with it. A lot of people have ended up selling their entire printer because they're done with it. All right. Same way with the ERCF. They both require work beyond just putting it together. Now, the ERCF is an extremely fiddly build. Back when I built the 2.0, I think the new one's going to be a little bit better. But it was an extremely fiddly build, and the 1.0 even more so. Where if you didn't build it just right, you're up shit's creek. And then is a lot of software stuff and a lot of tuning, right? And it laid the groundwork for things like the box turtle to come along, and you know, Cheaty Box and the AMS. It laid the groundwork for a lot of those projects on figuring shit out. All right, same way with Prusa's MMU system, laid the groundwork for figuring shit out. How can we do this? What works and what doesn't? All right. It works. You got to put the time into building it right. You got to put the time into tuning it after you're done. You got to have the software to go with it. And it's got that stuff, but you have to put the work into it. It's not just a, oh, build this, put it on there, hit install, and it's good to go. This probably going to need a lot of tuning too. That's part of the reason why I held off on doing it as long as I did. I needed this printer to be able to print some stuff. Because I had 2.4 down, I had Trident down. Trident's still finicky as fuck. That H36 toolhead board has been nothing but a nightmare for me since I put it in. Yeah, like I couldn't take it offline to do this project. And now I've got, you know, knock on wood, some printers running. I could take it offline, fiddle with it a bit, turn it into a project again, and invest the time into getting this system working. It would be nice to have two colors swaps. Half the time when I'm printing something, especially when I'm printing something the size that's going to go onto a 180 size build plate, it's only two colors at most anyway. Most of the time I'm printing something that's two colors, it's only printing something multicolor, it's only two colors. All right, let's see. This is not long enough. This is not long enough. That's not long enough. Trying to see if I've got a piece of PTFE tube for this. I don't even know what size that is. 2mm ID PTFE. All right, here we go. Just scooch all that stuff over. There we go. So we're gonna feed this in here. Feed this through this. And down through here. That's there. There's that. There we go. All right. Now, enough. Like, come over here. So, about there. Put this back in here. Chamfer the ends of this. And that is the hardware aspect of this setup. Now, we've got to go in and do a little bits of work. Getting some of the positioning stuff set up in the AFC config for where everything is, where it cuts at. I'm not doing the poop and kick stuff. As I don't want to try to clean out the back of the Micron of little poops. It's extremely hard to get into this thing. You want to access it as little as possible. Guys, Liz, how's it going? Proton video goes live in 3 minutes on JPP's channel. Make sure you put that in your playlist. um, or however you want to handle that, but make sure you watch that. JPP's trying to push out some 3D printed relating content, and I'm here for it. I love all the new streaming faces going on. All right. Oh. Whew. Monitor and camera. All right. Awesome. So pro tip, I don't know if it happened for anybody else, but when I started watching JPP's video that he posted yesterday with the interview with Dan, the poop conveyor belt. Yeah, there we go. It was extremely grainy. It had defaulted back to 720p, which looked really grainy because I think that's 720p on the entire VR thing. So make sure you go into YouTube settings and kick that up to 4K. I think it was 4K 30 or something that it went all the way up to. So do that for yourself. And then it's a really nice clear video. All right. Turn this printer about. Here, let me move this before it knocks this camera over. Bear with me. Sorry. I know. At least it's not the primary view. All right, let's see. There we go. Can I get you? Can I get this camera around? I can get this camera around. So at some point here, let's just run a test real quick on this camera. Can we? Yeah. So the cutter on this actually depresses all the way over here against the against the side of this. All right. That's the ant head leaf cutter. Presses up against the beefy front idlers on there so that you're not losing a bunch of space in your build platform. Yeah. I was looking at Smiley. So Out of Darts, Steven, does sell a metal CNC machined part for the handle for the bolt on the Smiley. At some point I want to do the Smiley. Did you see the mare's leg I posted up in Discord for the slab? I want to do that and then like have like a leg mount for it. Peslers, you want to post a picture of K2 Kevin's setup, or share a link to the Discord, we take a look at it? I'd like to take a look at it. Here. If you post a link, you're a mod now, so now you can post you can post a link or whatnot. All right. So we gotta go in the machine. We gotta go into hardware config. Tool unload speed, tool load speed. Copy. Distance between the tool head sensor, pre-extruder sensor, extruder gears, if using ramming, to the top of any filament remaining in the hot end. All right, so I'm going to assume that this is going to push back 20 millimeters. So, blade to there is 42.62. Oh, look. Pez Liz with the link. Go to site. Two-tier poop conveyor. That's pretty sweet. Does it picks up poops from a bunch of different machines though, right? It looks like it's picking up from machines as it goes, like a bunch of different machines. Now, as I understand it, Kevin prints maker chips, like he has kind of a business going for it, right? Like, he's not just printing his own maker chips, he's printing maker chips for other people, because I think Jason said that Kevin was printing his when I was talking to him at Murph. Awesome. So you're in on this too. Nice. I worked on printing some new ones up with that new build plate. I've got a couple different batches here. Some of them, depending on the batch, weren't great. Let me see. But I want to work on doing flat forge. But I use that cookie CAD sheet, so it kind of does like holographic stuff. That's what I was asking you about in the Polymaker Discord, about what I could put on that sheet as far as adhesive wise. All right, back over here. So I need to put this at 62. Common values here. Look at that. Soul, Dragon Burner, Goliath, Jabberwocky, A4T. What? What? How do we not have a ant head in here? What is that crap? Okay, so 62 doesn't seem unreasonable. Unload distance that the filament needs to move when unloaded. Okay. I'm gonna say 100 seems reasonable. Tool sensor after extruder. I don't have that enabled. I don't have a servo for the cutter. Yeah, I figured you were doing Fabricos. I figured that's why I was able to pick up Fabrico chips. You guys do amazing work, by the way, on the maker chips you guys make. You put the rest of us to shame. Kevin! Nothing beats the sound of poop in the morning. Kevin, did you make the files for your little poop conveyor available anywhere? Someone say maker chip 3 times. Shit. Nice. Yeah, I make Frank's goo. It's the same makeup as Vision Miner's Nano, but I can make it by the liter for like $2. I'm going to work on redesigning mine. I want to do it with Flat Forge. I got Flat Forge. I just haven't got a chance to mess with it any. Now, I wasn't very good at Hue Forge to begin with. No, I did a few things. I Hue Forged my logo, and it's on the lids of all my toolboxes. So I think I can manage it. And then I just scale it down on the X and Y till it fits in the middle of a maker chip. Yeah, that's my plan anyway. We'll see how it goes. Yes, please do. Give me 2 seconds. All right, you should be able to post a link now, Kevin. All right, so that's saved. Hardware we got. Macros. Cut config. I don't think I need to actually mess with the macros. I think I need to mess with the variables? No? True material temps. Load to hub. Assisted unload. Z-hop. Resume error. Tool cut. Tool park. Okay. I don't need to do anything with that. I need to macro variables. Here we go. All right, so I need to go over here. I need the home list. And then All right. Now might be a good time to do this. Let's go back over here. As you can see, that's not homing very well in the back. Video capture device. There we go. All right. Let's take a look at this real quick. This is K2 Kevin's. Oh, man. Five-volt motor, powered by USB. Some bearings and some screws. And a sensor. That sounds like it's going to be crazy inexpensive to build. I mean, obviously you got a decent amount of printed parts, but hardware-wise, that's pretty reasonable. You just plug it in and it goes, or you... Yeah. That's awesome. Only problem is I don't have any bamboo printers. Not for a lack of trying. I've sent him a couple messages a couple times. But no hard feelings there. I understand why they didn't want to sponsor the content. But I really wanted to get one for this workbench. Just as like the workhorse printer. This is the 3D printing workbench. It should have a printer that's just a workhorse printer. And I still really like to get one put under here, and it just works printer. Yeah, but the problem is, Nick, that like the Vorons, they poop inside the printer. They poop where they eat. They don't just exhaust out the back. But yeah, you're right. Like I think Cheaty and the Centauri Carbon have setups to poop out the back. I was just saying for me, for my use. All right, let's go over here and see if we can dial in this homing situation. All right, printer. The driver SG THRS is what I need to adjust, right? For how hard it homes. Is it up is more sensitive or down is more sensitive? Sensorless. Okay, higher is more sensitive. All right, so let's go to 180. Save and restart. Home X. Home Y. That looked way better. Okay, that math checks. 100. All right, so if I've only actually got 176 millimeters of travel on X. Okay. So end stop position is 176. That is 175. Max position 176. Save and restart. All right, what do we got? Collie, welcome to the stream. Please turn off K2 Kevin's video. Sorry about that. Need background music now. You just had me turn it off? Okay. Home all. All right, so we need to figure out the cut position. So it's going to be four, and then 30, 20, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, and X6. So 6, 4. Machine, IFC. Six, 4. Variable cut direction left. This is the distance. This distance is used to move the tool head to cut filament arm and create a small safety distance that adds in generating momentum. Distance to cut. 4. Variable track. Cross the cut count. We're not using kick. All right, brush location. Save and restart there. Hope you fall asleep. Every time Kevin walks into his printer room, he just instantly dozes off from the white noise and the poop dropping sounds. Later, JPP. All right. Dashboard. All right. We have to figure out the position for this brush. But real quick, first, I gotta go use the restroom because we're several large cups of coffee in this morning. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. So now, what we're doing, finding the location of our brush. Shut up, Siri. Wasn't asking about an airport. Dun dun. Z -1. And X. Put a little light on that. Took the plunge in order to core 1. Nice. Is there 15% off core 1s? All right. -1. Y. -1. So 27 and 186. Seven, 186, 0. Brush width is 10, 20, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 35. Reach out to Anycubic. Well, I've got my resin printer is an Anycubic Photon, the original one. Still chugging along. All right. Yeah, I'll talk to them. I need something I could just, it's multicolor that I can just send prints to. Machine. Brush. So 27. 186. 0. Brush width is 35. Brush depth, I'm going to call that 8. I need you to move up by 1 at least. Yeah. Okay, park. Park location. We're going to do X 20, Y 5. All right, save and restart. I think that's about all we need to do for that. Now, let's go to Box Turtle GitHub. Let's go over here to Armored Turtle, repositories. Clipper screen add-on. Okay. Let's go over here to command. Prompt. SSH. Copy. Copy. CD. There we go. Vince, how's it going? All right. Power reboot. Now we should have the clipper screen add-on up here on our screen. Let's see what happens. Maybe. It's doing something. Hey, we've got the little AFC add-on there next to it. Now, let me look something up real quick. Trying to see about the main sale thing. All right. So I need that. Now I need to go over here to Discord. Don't switch. I need to go down here. So this. Pins. Fluid. That doesn't seem right. $329. Copy. All right. Perfect. SSH. Interesting. Did I put that in the right spot? I might not have put it in the right spot. That's what I did. I didn't put it in the right spot. Delete. Delete. There we go. Now let's upload this. Upload a file. Main sale. Open. Now let's run this. SSH. Seriously? Upload a file. Now it's there. Now, go. And let's go over here. Dashboard. Now we've got our AFC controls in our dashboard. So that is the NightOwl installed. I don't know what my camera's doing. Are you going to follow me? Yes. We installed the AFC clipper screen. We installed the mainsail add-on for the AFC software. The only thing that there will be left now is just some fine-tuning stuff. The tension on the springs in the front of this. I'll have to copy over the settings for the slicer stuff, and we'll be good to go. But I promised a little girl strawberry crepes for breakfast, and she's been awake for a little while now, and she would like her crepes. So we're going to call it a day there. I do believe this is a record stream for me. Also, Jeremy and Keela are going to be streaming here, or should be anyway. They normally stream at noon on Saturdays in a minute. So let's go. I don't know if it'll let me. Let's see if it'll let me kick you guys over there to them or not. Dun, dun. All right, so not sure how to do this. I have no idea how to do it. Anyway, let's there's a link for Jeremy and Keela's stream. Go check them out. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe if you hadn't, link to the Discord in the description. Join, come hang out. Been having lots of fun over there lately, and I'd love to see all y'all in there. Thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you later.